Has anyone ever told you that your eyelashes are aging you? Not figuratively, but most lashes actually create an illusion of an aged face if they're not being applied with consideration of this one key feature. I brought this idea to the internet about 2 years ago, and across platforms, this resonated with 8 million of you, and we even had Newsweek reach out to us, feature us in an article because of this topic, and I've spent the past year speaking on stages across North America about this topic as well. So by the end of this video, my goal is that you can walk away with actionable skills and knowledge according to the laws of symmetry and the laws of gravity to never let lashes do this to your face or your clients' faces ever again. Now let's get into it. All right, before we get into the nits and grits of the strategy, let's answer the burning question of what makes a face look aged with lashes in general. So I've simplified this into 2 things. Number 1, droopy outer corner lashes, and number 2, high dimension, weight, and thickness of the lash line. These 2 combined, or these 2 solo, will create an appearance of a more aged face. So the reason to this is a sign of aging is movement in a descending form. This is also not a negative thing. This is just factual evidence. Due to the laws of gravity, the face droops as it ages. But if we're going to factor in the law of polarity, this states that everything has 2 interconnected opposite sides. So if one exists, the other must as well. So to create a more youthful appearance in the face, we need to create emphasis in an ascending way. And we can do this by 2 things. Number 1, we're going to place the longest lash length on the high point of the eye, not the low point. Number 2, we're going to go lower in diameter, thickness, and weight of the lashes. Now, in order to access where the high point of the eye is, we must measure something called eye plane. Now let's quickly define what an eye plane is. An eye plane refers to where the inner corner of the eye sits in relation to the outer corner. Each human being will fit into one of these 3 categories, and they could also have 2 different eye planes on each eye. So number 1, there's even eye planes, meaning the inner and outer corner of the eye are aligned. Number 2, there's ascending eye planes, meaning the outer corner sits higher than the inner corner. And number 3, there's descending eye planes, meaning the outer corner sits lower than the inner corner. If you or your client naturally has an ascending eye plane, meaning your outer corner sit naturally higher than the inner corner, you can put the longer lengths on the outer corner without it drooping the eye. But in most cases, when a client has even eye planes or descending eye planes, we need to put the longest length right before the eye begins to descend on the outer corner. This will lift and elongate the eye, and paired with lower dimensions, such as a classic set or a wet set, we are going to create an illusion of a more youthful face. Now, to take this one step further, we're also going to implement a facial scan. And the reason this is important is we want to analyze all of our clients' characteristics so that we don't miss anything when lashing them, and that we can fully tailor a set according to these measurements. All right, to summarize our learnings today, we know in order to not age a face, we must 1, go lower in thickness and diameter, 2, place the longest lash length on the highest point of the eye, 3, find that high point by measuring the eye plane, and 4, to bring everything together, perform an anatomical lash design, aka a facial scan. Now, if you're a lash tech and you want to implement anatomical lash designing into your salon, but you don't know where to start, let me help you. So once you start implementing this strategy in your salon, you're not only going to just become a way better lash technician, you're also going to be able to charge significantly more for these services. You're going to be switching from a lash tech to a facial eye designer. You'll have an elevated client experience, which will lead to elevated client retention, and you'll also just be a standout in our industry. So let's be real. What salon are you going to when you walk in, your techs literally have your measurements and a mock-up design prepared for you prior to doing your lashes? It's night and day when it comes to experience. We have a few options when it comes to creating an anatomical lash salon. If you're looking for group rates, group classes, please message us directly on Instagram at LASHESBYREB_ or on email info@lashesbyreb@gmail.com. Or if it's just you, I'll link our online course down below. And lastly, if you just get your lashes done and you do not want lashes to age you anymore, we actually create 15-page reports for clients where essentially in this report, we break down all of your measurements. We explain these measurements to you. We check for any asymmetries in the face. We balance that asymmetry with corrective styling techniques. And then on top of this, we provide you with a visual of what your dream lash set would look like according to your anatomy, and then 2 sets of instructions for you. One for you if you want to recreate this at home with DIY lashes, strip lashes, etc. And one for any lash tech, where the idea is you could take this report to any lash tech around the world and have detailed instructions on how they can start to implement this design on you. So I'll also link that below. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.